about a really important topic of how to get smaller businesses and brands to rank higher on Google search result pages. Stay tuned. As a smaller brand or a smaller company, you have this huge advantage of being able to create content about anything that you want. What you say goes. So basically, bigger companies may be restricted to promoting content only about the companies they're partnering with, or maybe they have multiple rounds of approval. But guess what? You don't have anything holding you back, and you should use this to your advantage. Give your potential customers valuable information without being commercial and salesy. You want to remember that when you're creating your content strategy, when people are searching for information on Google, your entire website is not going to show up in the search result pages. One page is going to show up for one topic. So make sure that you optimize each page for specific kinds of content topics. That's the way you get your website to rank on Google search result pages. You need to know the search intent of your potential customer. So what do I mean by search intent? Are they coming here looking for information, or are they coming here looking to buy something? So if I were to come to your website to buy something, you need to make sure that you provide me with material that is going to convince me to buy your product. But if I'm coming here looking for information, you have to provide me with material that is going to add value and make me want to come back to your website for more. One of the best ways to figure out the search intent for keywords that you're targeting is actually just simply enter the keywords on Google and see what results are the top results for those keywords. Check out those pieces of content and the format of content. So what have your competitors ranked for? That shows that the customers preferred looking at this kind of information for these kind of keywords. So what this does is it gives you an idea of what kind of content the customer came here looking for and what they actually want to do. So this will give you a clear picture of how to design your content for those specific keywords. This tip may be a bit old school, but it really does help with SEO. Backlinks do matter, and I suggest that you get on Ubersuggest and find out what backlinks your competitors are getting for content that you're also planning to produce, and try to get backlinks from those websites for your content as well. Approach those websites and ask them to backlink to your information because it is something very similar in nature. Find ways to make sure that your user stays on your website for a long time, because what this does is it signals to Google that your website is a quality source of information. So you can do things like adding video to your content or internal links. According to Neil Patel, for one piece of content, you can actually interlink 5 other pages on your website. You want to make sure that the user who comes into your site finds more and more valuable information and spends more and more time on your site. Start with an anecdote or something a little funny, something relatable, or using emotions. I have a whole video of how to hook the reader in with the right kind of introduction. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link it up for you guys right here. One of the best ways you can get your brand to rank higher on Google is to actually optimize your content to get into Google Answer Box or the Google Featured Snippet, or it's also known as Position 0 on Google search result pages. So let me first explain to you what the Google Answer Box is. When you type in a question into Google, many of the times you would have seen, you wouldn't have even had to go to websites to get the answer. Google kind of throws up the answer for you in a box on top. So that is your Google Answer Box. And the good news is there are ways you can optimize your content in order to appear as a Google Featured Snippet. Look for questions on Google for which nobody has given an answer yet and create content for this topic. Use the words how to in your URL, in your H1 heading tag, and in your page title. Structure your content either in numbered lists or in bulleted lists. Reading long form content that's from about 1,800 to 2,000 words. If you're a smaller brand or a website that's just beginning, you need to create long form content in order to be able to rank on Google search result pages. There may be brands out there that are producing really short forms of content and ranking for those, but that's because they've already established their domain authority in the online field in their niche. Make sure that you explore every topic in your niche with great depth and detail. And here's a question that often comes to people's minds when they do long tail keyword research. They're thinking to themselves, how long should my long tail keyword actually be? And the answer isn't just black and white. Depending on what niche you are in and what kind of keywords you're targeting, the answer could vary. Let's say, for example, you choose a keyword that's around 5 words long. So what you can do to check if it's long enough to actually qualify for a proper long tail keyword is enter it on Google and check out if the results that pop up on Google have the exact keywords that you typed in or have general words around the keywords that you typed in. If the results that pop up have general results, that's a red flag. Keywords that you typed in, even though they are 5 words together, are a general broad topic and are not long enough to be considered a long tail keyword. So you may have to insert a few more words inside and make the question or the topic even more specific. Well, that's all for today's episode. And if you guys found the content valuable, hit that subscribe button and show me some support. That would mean the world to me. Well, until the next episode, take care of yourselves and bye-bye.